Good morning, everybody. I wasn't even sure I'd remember what order to push the buttons over here, but it looks like I did it right this time. I see we're over there on the YouTubes. I don't think it says it started on Facebook. I don't see it over there yet. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Okay, so it looks like we're good. I guess can you hear me okay? Um, like I said, it's been so long since I've done one of these. This is the only one I've done in 2020 or no 2021. I don't even know what year it is. Uh, yeah, the last one I did was Christmas Eve 2020, I guess. So tell me all. Looks like looks like from the chat here we've got kind of the usual suspects over there. Let me run down through a few of these. Got Larry Gall. How you doing, Larry? Another nice day in Texas. I tell you, we've got some beautiful weather. Had some beautiful weather the last, I don't know, 3 4 days, and watched my little weather gal this morning, and it's going to be really nice this whole week. And then next week it's going to start being a little cooler again, from what she said. But I'll take that. Clyde CNC's here. Good morning, Clyde. How are you? Mr. Rob Schuster. Good to see you, Rob. Jesse from JJ Woodshop. How you doing, Jesse? Kevin Els. Good to see you, sir. Let's see who else we got. Dave Matthews. My favorite solar man right here. Whoop, where'd he go? There he is. Who is this Dave guy, and does he know anything about CNC? No, I don't. I do know one thing though. I don't watch much news anymore. I quit watching TV. I turn on my news in the morning to get the weather forecast, and then I'm done. I don't watch any TV. Uh, but now I forgot where I was going with that. Some things never change, do they? I'll think of it here in a minute. Rob says 2021 feels a lot like 2020, except with the toilet paper. Yeah. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Is I did see what little bit I had the TV on this morning, um, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong because you probably watch more TV than I do. Uh, I think we got another stimulus check coming here before long, from what they say. I don't know. So that you know what that means? That means old Dave's got to get over to Home Depot and load up on some plywood because every time they do a stimulus check, I get busy as heck around here. So um, it's funny how that works. But let's see. Let's see. Clyde says going to 64 degrees Fahrenheit. That's pretty nice. That's good working weather right there. You don't want it too hot. Gary Hammett Wood Creations. Good morning, sir. Jim Sanicola. How you doing, Jim? Good to see you. I don't see anybody from over here on Facebook. It's live. Oh, I see something's going on here. It might be because I have not. Maybe because I haven't done this, I haven't kept something current, but I'm not seeing any um, comments over here from Facebook. They're over there on Facebook. So I see them. Bill Hoppins over there. Good morning, Bill. Bubba Hogue's over there. A couple of comments anyway. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. It's probably something I've done. I don't know. But it's showing that it's broadcasting over on Facebook. So I don't know why the comments are not showing up over here. I'll have to investigate that, I guess. So I guess I'll keep it over here so that I can see them this way. I don't want to leave you Facebook folks out. So anyway, what are we? 2021. Already a couple months in. How's 2021 going for everybody? Uh, Dave Matthews says plywood is probably a better investment than the S&P 500. Yeah, yeah. Um, I just checked yesterday because the last time, I don't know how long it's been now since I had to make a run. It's probably been 2 or 3 weeks since I made a run to get plywood, and I thought, well, I better check to see what the price is so I don't get shocked and fall over when I get over there. And of course, it had gone up. Um, the Pure Bond plywood that I buy, the maple and the birch, is, as of yesterday, I haven't looked this morning, but it was $64.37 a sheet. So, okay, we got. I'm trying. I apologize for these comments not showing up from Facebook, but I'm looking over here. Marsha Klausman King is over there. How are you, Marsha? Good to see you. Yeah, and I remember when I first started the Gatton CNC thing, and checked out the plywood and decided what I was going to use. The Pure Bond plywood then, back in 2016, middle of 2016, was less than $50 a sheet. It was like $49.98, I think. So it's gone up pretty much $15 a sheet, and it's probably not done. Wood prices are stupid. Yeah, I know. That's why, if any of y'all saw that video I did the other day, when I got ready to take that lower deck apart, I'm like, a lot of the deck, because I didn't put anything on it, so it had that weathered patina look. And I've had it like that before, and then take my pressure washer and go over it and make it look like new again. But so it had that gray patina on one side, and then you flip it over, and the other side looks just like it did pretty much when you bought it. So all of that stuff, I'm like, man, there's a few spots that uh, from water or whatever, especially if it was touching ground or something, I can just cut them off. But all of that wood is, I got some 2x10s, 2x8s, 2x6s, and of course a whole bunch of deck boards. So I've got it all stacked up out there. As I was taking it apart, I'd carry it over and I'd stack it, and then I'd put some little stickers on it so I could stack the next one. So it's all got airflow through it and stuff. And I'm going to be using that for a lot of little projects around here. I've got to build a new ramp for my. I say new. Heck, I never really had one. I would just throw a pallet down and kind of drive up on that. But I've got a little storage building around there where I keep my, your lawn tractor and your push mower and all that kind of stuff. And I'd always pull my lawn tractor up, pull it around and back it in. But I'd go up that ramp, and it keeps getting harder and harder because the pallet would rot and bust. And then I'd throw some block or something down there. But now that I've got that all that pressure treated material out there, I'll build a new ramp for that, and that should last a good while. I'm using the deck boards to build a whole new chicken coop because I'm going to get some more chickens here pretty soon. I'll probably wait until the middle of April to get those. But and I also built a big box that you use, because you got to have something, either a little cage or something, because when you go to like Tractor Supply and you get the baby chicks, they're like a day or 2 or 3 old, something like that, and you need a place to brood them. You have to have the little brooding lamp to keep them warm and all that stuff, and they make a mess. So I just built a 2-foot by 3-foot box with about, I don't know, the sides are probably, well, they're 3, I think I did 3 boards high. So they're probably about 15 inches or so high. And then I just got some scrap. Actually, I found it's amazing when you save stuff. And I know a lot of you guys can relate to this. Somebody, you get something and you think, nah, I'll use that for something one day. I won't throw it away. I had my neighbor, and I don't know why she brought stuff to me, but she brought me one of those little. She had little dogs, and she had one of these little. They're like a baby gate. You put them up in the hallway, and it has the wire stuff in there, and that was for her little dog to keep it out of certain rooms or whatever. And then after her dogs passed away, she brought me that, and I probably had it for 5 years back there, just back there. I didn't even remember I had it, and I saw that yesterday. I'm like, man, that's got the wood around the outside of it's all rotted and stuff, but I'll throw that away, and just the metal uh, fencing type stuff that was in there is perfect to lay on the top of that brooding box and for the chickens. So yeah, I'll have to buy another one of them. So good deal with that. Clyde says he made a bunch of boards. Okay, I see some more comments over there on Facebook that are not showing up. That makes me mad that they're not. I don't know what the deal is, because I had my Facebook destination. I don't know why it wouldn't. It's probably got something to do with because I haven't used it in a couple of months. And you got to keep stuff current on here. But anyway, we got Terry Dobbs over there. Doc Whitaker's over there. Dave Mack. If you guys want to get in on the conversation where I can show your comments, you can click on that link and come to YouTube and watch it. That's where it's at on YouTube. Dave Max says, morning, out walking with Jack. Some things never change. Bill Larison's in the house. How you doing, Bill? Yeah, fence boards are good for a lot of stuff. Dwight says, I need 42 16-foot for our deck. Lowest price $22.50 each. We are asking ourselves, do we really need this deck? Decks are cool. I remember when I first moved in this house. I moved here the end of April, I think, 2007. So I've been here a good while, and it had your standard little deck. It had probably I don't know, maybe 10 by 12 or something, just enough to say you got a deck. And I remember when I first moved here, I've always wanted a house with a huge deck. So I set out to build a big deck. I kind of, the deck boards that were on that deck, they were kind of old, needed replacing anyway. So I took all those off, and the rest of it, the main structure of it, was in good shape. So I extended it a couple more feet. I think it goes like 14, maybe 16 feet out from the house. And then I took it all the way to the left, to the back end, to the end of the house pretty much. And then I thought, well, that's pretty nice, but maybe there was a dog run. They had like a chain link fence. I guess it was for dogs. And back then I'm like, well, I'm not going to have a dog, So I took all that down, and then I thought, well, I'm going to build another deck here. And then I got to wanting a hot tub. So I bought a hot tub, used hot tub, built a little platform, set that hot tub on it, and then built the lower part of that deck all around it. And so when you go out my back door, the whole back of my deck, or the whole back of my house, was deck, And it was really nice there for a while, but then, as time went on, I'm like, man, I don't even come out here and set that much less, have people over to enjoy it and all that. I'm like, why did I build this big old deck? And the leaves, there's so many super tall trees back there in the back that Okay, Dave Mack made the switch, so he's now on the YouTube. Um, oh, there's Bob Sims from across the pond. How you doing, Bob? Yeah. So anyway, and then every fall I would cuss myself for building that deck so big because I would just it was like every day you had to go out there with a blower and blow leaves off, and you'd blow them off, and an hour later you couldn't even tell you were out there, just leaves everywhere. So I'm like, yeah. So anyway, I'm quite happy that I took that lower deck all apart, got rid of the hot tub, and I'll try to have a little garden out there this year. I can use a garden a whole lot more than I can a hot tub and a big deck. So Dave says, I'm sitting here watching a squirrel eating the bird feeder out on our deck. We've had a couple of them that are getting pretty fat. Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of squirrels and stuff too. So that's one thing I've got to try to figure out when I do this garden is how to. I'm probably going to try to put a feeder or something way out away from the garden and just make it really easy for them to get, sunflower seeds and um, the wild bird, all the stuff that the squirrels go after, as well as I'll even put some corn out there. I guess they love that stuff, but maybe that will help keep them away from the garden. Joanne's here. How you doing, Joanne? Good morning to you. Let's see. Let me check and see if I'm missing anybody out. See, it looks like Mike Reynolds is over there on the Facebook too, and I don't know why the comments aren't showing up over here, Mike. I don't know if there's some kind of setting. I will have to, and of course, it could be a problem with Facebook. Every once in a while they used to have issues where stuff didn't work. They don't like to play nice with other other apps sometimes. So we'll see. I'm trying to scroll back through these. Let's see, Jim. Yeah, Jim Senecola says hard to get ply in our area because of the damage caused by dams busted earlier in the year. Yeah, you probably got a shortage of it up there, I bet. Oh, Jim says he got his COVID shot. Sweet. I haven't got one. Don't plan on it. This COVID thing's been going over a year now, I guess. It's about this time last year when it really started getting crazy because I remember I'd bought toilet paper. I'd ordered a case of toilet paper like I always do, once a year. And I ordered it about this time last year. And then it was like right after that, I think people went crazy. So I'm thankful that and I've still got about half of that, well, a little less than half of that case that I bought this time last year. Plus, I have kind of watched it, and whenever the prices dip back down a little, I bought a couple more. So I should be pretty good, I think, as far as the TP goes. But let me see if I'm missing anything over here. Dave says we had a big fox hunting in the backyard yesterday, got a mouse or mole, and then wandered off. Huh. I've seen one fox since I've lived here. It's not that I look, and the only reason I happened to see that one is because it was one of those weird, rare times when Georgia got some snow. And we got a pretty good bit. The whole ground was covered and everything. And I was looking out my back door and I'm like, what is that running across it? And the only reason I could see it because it was against the background of the snow. So there's probably been more out there. But I've had lots of critters. We have raccoons here. Had a rabid one come in the yard years ago that Rocky had to take care of. Um, used to have deer sightings all the time. Don't see those as much now because there's too much building going on around here. Um, Ryan says, yeah, 52 weeks into 2 weeks to flatten the curve. Yeah, we ought to be getting about close to flattening that dang curve. Um, I just don't think it's going to be a big advantage for me to get the vaccine. Anybody wants to get it, go get it. More power to you. But this thing's been going on a year, and my lifestyle is I generally avoid people anyway. Anybody knows me knows I love dogs way more than I love people. So uh, I think I'm pretty safe. Just wash your dang hands and uh, stay away from people. That's the best defense, I think. Oh, that's right, Joanne. I'm saying Joanne, and it's Dwayne. See, I haven't done this in a while, so yeah, I forgot, Dwayne, that you're on your wife's account or something. Dave says my garden has a 6 foot fence around it to keep out the deer. I don't think I'm going to have to worry about deer as much as I am birds and um, squirrels and maybe chipmunks because my backyard's fenced in anyway. So I don't have deer come into my backyard anymore since I fenced that in, you know, 8 9 years ago. Um, let's see here. Dwayne says, Dave, have you been talking to Troy Pritchard lately? I don't talk to anybody on a regular basis other than, seeing their Facebook posts and stuff. Am I missing something? Bob Sims says, we are still in lockdown here in Scotland since Christmas. Yeah. Rob says, from my COVID CNC challenge, I was social distancing before it was cool. Exactly. Exactly. I have I talk about my buddy Jim every once in a while. And my buddy Jim, he is about the only person that calls me other than, the extended warranty people and uh, those kind of folks. But he'll call and yeah, hey, I'd seen you a while. It's been 3 or 4 weeks. I'm just checking on you and seeing how you're doing and stuff. And I always tell him, I say, Jim, I'm doing great because this whole COVID thing really threw a monkey wrench into everybody else's lifestyle, but it hadn't changed me a bit because I was already a homebody. I like being home. I like my dogs. Plus, I'm busy and I work from here, so I don't have to hop in the car and go somewhere. Occasionally I have to go to Home Depot to get a load of uh, plywood and stuff. And what I've been doing now is I just instead of going and getting what I used to get, I go and get about twice that amount. And that way I have it stacked everywhere when I first bring it home and cut it up. But I'd rather do that than have to make uh, more regular trips over there. But Home Depot's not a big deal because I park out there. I park down there near the contractor end, where the little thing is. As I walk in, I grab one of those flat rolly things. I wheel it into the aisle where the plywood is. I stack my sheets off on there and I wheel it back. And the only person I see is the lady at the cash register. And then I will it because you're not going to get any help at Home Depot. So it's not like I'm going to get COVID from somebody running up there going, hey, can I help you load that or can I give you a hand with that? No, that doesn't happen. So yeah, I feel totally safe anywhere I go. I've noticed that We've got, okay, I got some other comments over here on Facebook. So I apologize to you folks watching over here on Facebook because they are not showing up for some reason over here in StreamYard. So let me catch up on some of those. My buddy Ray Whitaker's over there. He says, let's see, I guess he's talking about COVID. He says, test said positive, but I never had any. I stayed home 30 days. Think false reading, yeah. Leanne King Moon is on there. How you doing, Leanne? Good to see you. Mike Reynolds says that we have both gotten a shot. I guess talking about him and the missus. Had the first family get together Saturday. Great time. Awesome. Let me see if I can find some of these other comments. I think I missed one, and I apologize. It was scrolled up before I could get it. It was Karen Reinhardt something. I forget what her married name is. Anyway, yeah, Karen, I apologize. I can't see your comments over on. They're supposed to show up over here, and they're not showing up. I'm only getting the YouTube comments. Clyde, yeah, exactly right, Clyde. Most times, another customer will help me before Home Depot and Play. That's the only help I've ever gotten at Home Depot. Is another customer that's come out, and usually it's somebody way younger than me, and they see me struggling pushing them, because it's kind of a pain to try to be on one side of the plywood, because when you go to push it, it wants to turn and stuff, and they'll always say, hold on, let me give you a hand with it, and then you get on each side, and you just kind of throw them in the back of the truck, and it takes literally just a couple of minutes, but it's always somebody else that's shopping there that gives me a hand. Their employees are worthless, totally worthless. And I'm not just knocking on Home Depot. Lowe's is the same way. And I don't have any Menards or any of those like you have up north, but I'm sure they're probably the same way too, because that's just the way it is these days. Nobody wants to work. Let's see. Did you need me to put my mash on watching you here, or is it okay just to check? I'm not sure. Not sure what that one is about, Dwayne. Let's see. Rob says, I have to log in for work at 7:30. I work from home now, so the timing for the show works great for me this time of year. Oh, well, maybe we'll do another one soon then. Like I said, this is the first one I've done since, I think I stopped doing them around the second week of November, and then I did one Christmas Eve, and then I haven't done one since until now. So let's see, Troy's. So he's got to come in. He says McCoy's. I don't know what store that is. That must be maybe a hardware store. So it says McCoy's won't allow you to load your wood. All done by employees. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, you just don't see none of that around here. I don't know why this thing is not letting me see all the comments. But Dwayne says we had Lowe's, but they closed it. But we do have Home Depot. Yeah, I've got one of each. Actually, the Lowe's is closer to me than the Home Depot is, and it's actually easier to get to because there's less traffic. It's on I-75, the main drag running down from Atlanta to Florida. The Lowe's is on my side of I-75. And the Home Depot is the next exit up, and it's on the other side of the interstate. And it's where there's like big strip malls and restaurants, and so it's always crowded. It's not as bad now because nobody's going to the restaurants, uh, but I still prefer to go to Lowe's simply because they've got the better plywood. So now I've pretty much weaned myself off of, or did I say Lowe's? I meant Home Depot if I did. I pretty much go to Home Depot and wean myself off of Lowe's. All right, Clyde says, keep them up, gets me up in the morning. All right, y'all let me know. Put in your comments here. Let me know if you want me to start these up again. I might do it because now that the weather is, hey, there's David Jones from Portal Woodworks. How you doing? Clyde says Lowe's is more expensive than Home Depot. I don't know. I mean, yours may be. I think they're pretty much the same. Larry Galt says yes. So I guess that's a vote for Solar Man. Says he loves his daily dose. All right, well maybe we'll try it. Maybe we'll try and we'll see. They've been real exciting for Jack. I don't know if you can tell, but he's been down here snoring the whole time. So he don't care much about the coffee sessions. I can tell you that. So, but all right. Well, we're getting some. David Jones says yes. Do these shows. All right. We'll maybe do another test one tomorrow. In the meantime, I need to figure out how to get the comments from Facebook working because that sucks. Hey, Bill Larson made it over here. He come over here. How you doing? Clyde says Jack needs a pal. I don't know, Clyde. I don't know. Thought about it, kind of, sort of, but I don't know. A little soon. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. You know my drill. I usually do about 30 minutes and then I'm out. It's a beautiful day. I got to make a run. I got to go to the UPS store today. I think I'm going to run down to the dollar store. I haven't been to the dollar store in forever, but there's just some stuff that I need that I think I can probably run down there and get it. Okay, I got a yes from Dale Powell. All right, well, we'll try another one. We'll try another one tomorrow and see if I can get these comment things straightened out. So everybody have an awesome day. Let me see if I can remember how to get out of here now. Yeah, I did pretty good getting on this time. Remembered to hit the go live button and everything. But yeah, I think what I'm probably going to have to do is I think I'm probably going to have to delete that Facebook destination and then redo it. Because I know when you do it, when you set up the destination, it asks you for permissions to get the comments or something. So maybe that's why they're not coming in here. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. And I guess we will see y'all tomorrow. Let me get got comments up here. Okay, I got some more yeses. All right, thank you. Thank y'all. Well, thank y'all for hanging out. Well, we've had a pretty good little crowd over here, even for the ones that I couldn't show their comments. So that's good. Y'all have an awesome day, and we will see you tomorrow.